Welcome to Japan, baby. So 1, 2, 3, go.
Ohio! That's good morning in Japan. This is our first full day in Japan and it's raining. We are staying at Asakusa and now our first stop is the most famous spot in all over Japan. So let's go.
We have large pork bun. All this number 1 recommended, number 2 recommended. This is fruit sandwich. And she's translating now right now. What is the food name?
So we are at 7-Eleven in Japan finally and now looking for something to eat for breakfast. Let's see what we can get.
So here we'll put that note here and press OK. And then change will come from here. So now we are eating here inside the 7-Eleven. We have chicken and sandwich. Let's start with chicken. This is where you can eat. Chicken taste another level, like literally another level. This is so good.
Chicken for breakfast and
7-Eleven chicken, guys. 7-Eleven. We are staying in Appa Hotel in Asakusa, which is short version of Japan. J and N deleted Appa Hotel. So the price is in Appa Hotel for a couple. It's $75 per night. It's heart of Asakusa, just beside Asakusa station. Bed, TV, desk, mirror, our trolleys, washroom. That's all. Second stop is Sensoji Temple.
which is the oldest temple in all over Tokyo.
The oldest temple. And we came here at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's the reason all of the shops are closed and there is very less tourists right now.
Most of we are still jet lagged, so we are taking advantage of the jet lag thing. We got out at 6:30 and had a breakfast before 7. Who am I?
Yes, she is a traveler.
So this is the most famous ancient Buddhist temple which was opened in the year of 645 AD, and it has a main temple hall and different 5 other small halls including this pagoda, and it has a huge lantern which is the most iconic symbol of this temple. It's still not opened. I think yesterday night also it was closed because we are coming in the odd timings. The Buddhist temple architectures are so nice. We have got a glimpse in Thailand previously, so you can check your luck here. This is known as Omikuji. So what you need to do, you need to drop a 100 yen coin here and while praying, and then you need to shake this, and whatever number comes out from this thing, you need to check that number, open that drawer and see your luck. If it is a good luck, and if it is a bad luck, you can tie the paper here so that that bad luck thing goes away and it doesn't come to you. Then take the essence of the
Smoke.
fragrance sticks and then you enter the temple.
Here we are supposed to have the essence, which we don't have right now because we came too early. Let's go inside.
This is one of Tokyo's 23 historical walks by the river side. This river is called Sumida River and this is Sumida Park.
The roads here are pretty clean. I can see there are so many times people are cleaning even a single leaf.
Yeah, they are just taking one leaf at a time and cleaning. It's so clean, the entire park.
So you have multiple public washroom in Asakusa place. Maybe in Tokyo whole. It's very good.
You don't need to control your pee and it's free.
Yeah. So our first vending machine, what we'll have? Matcha? Oicha? Oyocha. So with translation, we are trying to find out what to drink.
This is tea
tea. Oishi. Refreshing tea. Maybe we'll go with tea. She's confused. Tea, coffee. Maybe cold, definitely hot.
This red means it's hot. So 100, 10, 10, 10.
We got our
First
first one.
vending.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go. This is cold. Yeah, it's tea. Green tea. Azumabasi Bridge.
So this is Asahi Brewery's headquarter, which is known as the Asahi Beer Tower, and that resembles like a beer glass with the foam thingy on top of it. Right beside it is the Asahi Beer Hall, the black one, and on top of it, that potty kind of thing is actually the Asahi Flame. So it's rainy, it's Japan, and my hair has taken its true form. Blame the humidity. It's the humidity!
Good old Burger King. So we are right now Ginza line, Seawalk crossing. Train is very silent, so we will be silent. We are currently searching for the second best thing, the second famous thing after 7-Eleven, Seawalk crossing. Right now we are here on the overpass near Scramble Square.
This looks like kind of Bangkok.
Yeah.
Bangkok also we have this overpass kind of thing.
So we are currently at the famous Seawalk crossing.
Let's cross it for real. But it's actually pretty empty today, right?
Yeah.
And
So
it's small also. I thought it would
daily
be
how
a
many
bigger
people
cross.
crosses there? 2 million?
A million, more than a million. Let me fact check. Roughly 3,000 people crosses this crossing at a time, and more than 2.4 million people crosses this crossing per day. It's the world's busiest pedestrian crossing. Though it doesn't look that busy today because maybe because of rain, it's early morning, it's a weekday. Not sure, but we'll definitely come back here during night.
First day in any country, you need 3 things: money, transit, and phone connection. So for money, we are using Wise, which actually gives you free transaction, and you can withdraw in your local currency in the ATM without any extra charges. You can check the link in the description.
And also for cash, you can withdraw it from 7-Eleven ATM. That's, I think, the best option for currency exchange. You'll get 7-Eleven everywhere.
And the second thing is phone connection. So phone connection we are using for data Airalo
Or Airalo,
or
whatever.
Airalo.
Yeah.
So that is very cheap and usable. It's eSIM. Get the link in the description.
And if you use our link, you will get USD $3 off anywhere across the globe on your first recharge.
And the third thing, which is transit. You need transit, right? So we are using Suica card, and you can recharge that in iPhone itself in the
Yeah,
wallet.
you can add it to the wallet,
In
and
the-
it's the cutest penguin transit card in Japan.
Yeah, that actually works in transit as well as all the vending machine and everyone.
And in 7-Elevens, like it almost works as a like credit card or debit card.
Yeah.
Behind me is Japan's famous Hachiko dog or the Akita dog. You might have seen a Hollywood film called Hachiko, a Dog's Story. This dog was so faithful to his owner that once his owner passed away, every day since his death, like around 10 years, this dog used to come at 3 o'clock at Shibuya station to wait for his owner to come, and ultimately he passed away here. So in honor of the dog, Japan made this statue, and this is kind of an unofficial landmark right now in Shibuya Crossing. So if you haven't watched Hachiko, do watch it.
It's actually a very nice movie. The dog is so loyal to his. Normally, all dogs are
Every
loyal.
dogs are loyal.
Yeah. There are lots of vending machine here.
So Japan, the land of vending machines.
Yeah, and the city that has so much greenery actually.
It's really good. Come to Japan.
Come to Japan, baby.
This is the Yoyogi National Gymnasium Stadium. The suspension roof is actually an eye catcher, and this was also a venue in 2020 Olympics. And next stop is the Meiji Jingu Shrine. So when you hear the word shrine and temple, don't confuse between the two, as
Temple is for Buddhist, shrine is for Shinto.
so this is a Shinto shrine which we are going, Meiji Jingu Shrine, and this was established in the year of 1920, and this has a huge lush forest area, more than 70 hectares, which we are currently walking through.
And the scent of that forest and the rain, everything mixed.
You just need to breathe and it's calm, and we will stop talking.
Yeah.
Who can believe that this is right in the heart of Tokyo? We are not in a countryside.
Yep.
There is a Japanese expression called Shinrin Yoku, which is basically called forest bathing. That means like just forget everything, go for a walk and be close to nature. And really I can feel this here.
Behind me you can see barrels of sake wrapped in straw. Looks so good. This is art. Art with alcohol.
Tell me you're in Japan without telling me you're in Japan. So now we are inside the Meiji Jingu Shrine.
Jingu.
Jingu. So now we are inside the Meiji Jingu Shrine. It's kind of a square. This is the main shrine. I mean, the architecture starting from the Sensoji temple, which is a Buddhist one, and this is a Shinto shrine. It's so amazing. So this is from Emperor Meiji's dynasty, who was kind of very much influenced by the Western culture, and that was one of the reasons we saw barrels of wine given by French friends of his.
People in Tokyo had a high respect for Meiji Jingu.
These are the prayers. So if you want, you can write your prayer and tie it here for it to come true. These two trees, the moment you enter the shrine gate, is so cute. Like this is a round shape. I love Japan. So I ordered a black pepper chicken cubes, and he is going to have tomato and egg cutting leg noodles.
So in this restaurant we had our lunch. Delicious. Only 10.52. Very cheap for both of us. So while walking on the road, we saw this cute figurines on the roadside, including Doraemon as well.
It's so windy and raining badly right now. We got out for dinner. It's 42 kilometers per hour wind, and look at it.
So in this Bulikin homemade noodles, they have recommended this one and this one. So we are going with this one and this one. So first, you need cash to put here. Now, uno. That's how you'll be done.
Right now we are sitting in the Japanese style restaurant where you can sit here and they will prepare there, and it's cool. Authentic Japanese experience. Although the dinner was tasty to me, but she didn't like it.
So we got one lotus choco pie matcha flavor, tiramisu, and one spicy fried chicken. Thank you so much for watching day 1 of our world trip. Oh wow, it sounds surreal. Anyways, first full day of Japan. We hope you have enjoyed it. So see you in the next episode. Bye.
Till then,
Follow the friends.
Hello everyone, Oishi. No, it's the world's with.
This is the Yoyogi